Okay, now we're going to talk about our site content. Now we're going to see some of the things that we've done come into play here. So let's go over to content. And any content that you've already created is going to show down in here. But let's just go add content. Okay, whether you want an article or a page. So remember where those were set up under content. So let's make a basic page. And let's create a start page or a home page for us. So title, put your title in here. I'm just going to call it home page so we can demonstrate. And then your body here. And I see here it says edit summary. So you can give a summary of what your article is about or what your page is about. And then down here, our body. So this is, we can use HTML in here, but I'm just going to put this is my home page. And let's roll down here a little further. Okay, so our menu settings. So we can provide a menu link. Okay, now we have a menu link called home page. We give a description here. So that this is for our hover description. If there's a parent item and the weight, okay, so that moves it up and down in the menu structure. Okay, here's our URL alias, which we've gone over before. So I'm just going to call this home. Okay, comment settings. So comments are going to be closed on our home page. Authoring information. Okay, so this shows us my username here, and then the authored on down here. So it'll use a time of form submission unless we put another date in there. Then our publishing options, we want it published, and then we want to promote this to the front page. Okay, so let's save. Okay, so you see what's happened here now is I have a link here for home page and home. So what I want to do is go back in and edit this. And then I want to turn off the link here. So if we go down, and then you see here, provide a menu link. And then save. Okay, and now we have our home page set up as, well, our home page. Okay, so that's how we add a page. Let's go into content again. Okay, now we'll see that our content is down here in this area. So now we can deal with it the way we want here. Okay, so let's add content. Let's add another page. And let's call this one About Us. All right, so this one will be About Us. Let's say All About Us. Okay, and then down here, we're going to provide a menu link. Okay, About Us. Give a description here for hovering. Okay, parent item. So again, we can tree the menus if we want. Wait. Okay, revision information, URL path. So we'll say About Us. Okay, comment settings. Again, comments are closed for the page. Authoring. Publishing. So we want it published. And we'll save. Okay, now you see we didn't set the weight. So what's happening is put about us before the home page. So what we want to do is we're going to want to edit this and change the weight. And let's make the weight 1. And save. Okay, so now this has us going the right way here. So basically you can add your site pages across just like what we've seen here. Okay, now you see the navigation menu on the left here. This allows us to add content. It's an admin function that we can do right from here instead of from above. So if we go down and click on add content, and let's make this an article. Let's give it a title. Okay, so here's the tags I was talking about where we can add tags. Remember, this is the free-form tags. And again, we can put the summary in if we want. Okay, all about red. Okay, so we can upload a file if we want here. Menu settings. So if we provide a menu link, it's going to appear up top. Revision, URL path. So about red. Okay, comments. So now we have comments open because this is an article. So you can turn them off if you want. Again, our authoring information. Publishing options. So published and promote to front page or sticky at top. I'm going to turn off promote to front page. Okay, so let's save. Okay, so here is the page. There's where our comments go if somebody wants to make a comment. But you'll see that there's no way to navigate to it. So let's just go back and edit it. And let's go back into navigation down here. And you'll see that we want to provide a menu link. And about red, we can change that if we want. Hover description. Now here's where we can put it as a parent. So if we wanted to put something up there called categories, and then we could do about red as a child under that. Okay, so let's set this to 3 and save. Okay, now remember back when we set up our categories under taxonomy, you'll notice when we're in edit here, we are seeing tags, but we're not seeing the category. So here's tags, but category isn't appearing anywhere in here. And that's because we haven't set that up. So let's go out of here. Let's go back to structure. and then we're going to go to content types. Now we want the taxonomy for the categories to show up in our articles. So we want to edit this. Actually, we want to manage fields, but we can get to that from in here. Okay, so up here we'll go to manage fields. And then we want to create a new field called category. Okay, and then where do we want it to appear? We'll say that we want it to appear, let's see, we got image, body, and tags. So let's make this -6. Oh no, we got title, tags, body. So let's say we want it above the body. So 6, 5. So we'll say this -3. I'll make this -4. Okay, so now what we want to do is come across here and select a data type. Now what we want is a term reference. And over here, what we want is a select list. So let's save. Okay, so now the vocabulary we want is category. So let's save that. All right, and then we come in here now and we can give some helpful text about this and whether it's a required field. So let's say that it is. And then we can give a default value down here if we want. And the number of values. So this is the number of, in this case, categories that they can put in at a time. Okay, so let's save. Okay, so now you see that our category field is in here. Oh, we didn't get this quite right here. We need to redo our weights here. Okay, so let me just update that there. Okay, so we have title, body, tags, category, and image. Okay, so now let's go back and edit our article there. So I wanted to show you what happened if you didn't set this up first and you put your article in. Of course, it ignores it. Okay, so let's go and edit this. Okay, so we have about red and then our file. Now our tags are red, and here we need to select the value for our category, which is red. Okay, and if we didn't select that, then it wouldn't let us save it because we told it that it was a required field. So let's save. All right, let's close this up. Okay, now you see tags red, category red. Okay, now one thing I want to show you before we continue is in URL aliases under configuration. Now that we've got some content in there, we're going to be able to see what is done with aliases. So let's go into URL aliases. And you'll see now that it has given us the aliases for these URLs. So remember before I said node is a page or an article, so it says node/3, node/2, and taxonomy/term/1, and node/1. So this is what they would look like if we weren't using URL aliasing. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that before we continued. Let's go back here. Okay, so that's really it for content. That's how you add it in there. Uh, what I want to talk about next, before we actually get to making our site look the way we want, is to go over some modules. And one of the modules I want to go over is adding an editor. Right now, when we want to edit this, we need to either know HTML or use alt text in the case of this here. So what I want to do is add an editor module in here, and then I'm going to go over a couple other modules like blog and forum and how to enable those. So this will give you a tutorial on modules, and then after that, we're going to go to appearance and get our site looking the way we want it to look.